Just so people understand, wind and solar only work when there's wind and sun. We don't have technology to store the energy from wind and solar.
Welcome back to another video, and it's a bit of a news update, and it's all to do with Tesla and something called a virtual power plant. Now this is hot off the press because it's July 2025 now. I'm not sure why I need to check that date, I should know that, but this has just come out. I got an email a week ago. I've been on the phone to the Tesla team trying to find out more information, and I have some information to share with you. And if you have a Powerwall, you do not want to miss this video. Now, in typical Tesla fashion, they've launched a product to the market, haven't really told their installers or customers much, but we're lucky. We've got some contacts there, we've had some conversations, and we know more about the scheme now than we did a day ago. But what we do know is about VPPs and why they exist. So let's start there. Now, a VPP, a virtual power plant, would exist to combat a problem with renewable grid systems, because globally, grids are moving or trying to transition to more renewable energy sources, and renewables by their behavior types are pretty unpredictable. One minute it's sunny and solar panels can produce lots of energy instantaneously, or it's windy, turbines produce loads of energy when it's windy. Yeah. But if it's not sunny and it's not windy, or it's windy a little bit and sunny a little bit, then that makes the grid unpredictable. And when the grid is unpredictable, it becomes unstable. And when it becomes unstable, it can fall over. You can have power cuts, you can have blackouts, and we saw this in Spain recently when the entire grid went out, and that's obviously not great for a country or an economy. So there's lots of people working really hard to combat the issue. And one of the solutions is VPPs, virtual power plants. And this is where Tesla come into play. The Tesla Powerwall has been one of the most popular home battery systems installed here in the UK. Now globally, I think there's about 750,000. Here in the UK, we estimate there's about 200,000 of them installed and connected to the internet. And when they're connected to the internet, they are connected to Tesla's cloud. And all of this storage is immensely valuable to a grid that is unstable or on the edge of having a blackout. You have battery assets on a nationwide basis, full of storage, full of power potential that can be injected into the grid to bring issues in line. So if you start to have a voltage drop or a frequency drop, then you have all of these assets. Tesla can call on them, inject it, re-level the playing field, and put the grid back into a healthy state. And in return for this, they will be paid. And as it is your asset, you will also be paid for helping with this process. Now, it is actually Tesla's algorithm that is controlling all of the batteries, but it is one utility right now that actually has the gateway or the access to give you the earnings from being part of a VPP, and that supplier is Octopus Energy, who seem to have their fingers in everything. Octopus, 8 fingers everywhere. Anyway.
Not fingers.
What are they? Tentacles, sorry. Apparently they're tentacles. Anyway, they have the tariff that is connected to Tesla that can control Tesla's battery, even though Tesla control it, and that's what's going to access these VPPs. Now, there is a specific tariff that you need for this. It's called Intelligent Octopus Flux. Now, this is a specific tariff that's all to do with VPPs, but what does it actually mean? How will it work? And is there any downsides as an end user? Now, this is where the internet goes a little bit crazy. And if you are a 4chan user,
do we even know who is this 4chan?
You're not gonna like this bit because it's all about control. Essentially, when you have the Octopus Intelligent Flux tariff, a Tesla Powerwall 3, and you sign up to the VPP, you are handing over the control of your battery asset to Octopus, who then use it in these VPP programs. So what they will do is charge that battery to 100%, leave that potential stored, and when these grid events happen, typically between 4 and 7, because people come home from work, or people start cooking tea, or people start plugging everything in, and the grid's like, They will then control the battery, inject all of that potential back into the grid. They will earn money from that, you will earn money from that, and you will be left with a minimum of 20% reserve in your battery. So what you need to do here is the math. Between 4 and 7, 3 hours is 20% of one Powerwall. So a Powerwall is 13.5 kilowatt hours. So what's it gonna be? 1.3 times 2.7 kilowatt hours. Is that enough to get you from 4 till 7, or are you gonna need the grid? And if you're gonna need the grid between 4 and 7, I'm guessing they're gonna charge you like 28p, 30p a kilowatt hour. So you need to do the math and make sure you've got enough power in your battery. And what you can't do, according to the T&Cs of the tariff, is ask for more. To be in the scheme, you have to give up 80% of the capacity of your battery. They will pay you for that, and you'll be left with 20. You can't have any more. You can still access cheap overnight tariffs, so you can still charge your battery for like 7p. You can still charge your EV. This is a scheme designed to bring additional income on top of your standard solar savings. Now, if this scheme interests you and you want to sign up to it, you'll need a Powerwall. You'll also need to be on that tariff, and you'll need to accept that minimum 20% reserve figure. And if you do all that, how much can you actually earn? Well, according to the website, it's claiming around £300 per year. I'm guessing if you've got 2 Powerwalls or a Powerwall 3 in an expansion pack, you'd be able to double that to like 600 quid. And this is supposed to be on top of your standard solar savings. It's not going to prevent you from accessing other elements of cheap energy, so overnight cheap tariffs or maybe even higher export rates. So it's quite profitable if you're in the scheme. You don't have to be in the scheme. If you decide you want to change away from it, you're not going to be locked in for a period of time. So maybe you could try it, see how it goes, see how much you're earning, see if you're better off than you were previously. And if you are, you can stay in. If you're not, you can come out and go back to your standard tariff. It's worth getting involved now though if you do have a Powerwall, because export tariffs are changing. As of September, your standard fixed 15 pence per kilowatt hour, no matter what time of the day, for exporting with Octopus is going to change. Now, they're not saying that 15 pence is going to disappear, but they're also not saying it's going to be guaranteed forever. What they are talking about is having these dynamic export tariffs, because like in the middle of the day, there's huge amounts of solar in summer, and you could be exporting to that as well, and they don't even want it. They've got more than enough, they can't do anything with it, and they're having to buy it from you for 15p. When they want it is when everyone else wants it who doesn't have battery systems or renewables, or when there's no sun or wind. They need that power, and they will pay more for it at those moments. I can start to see the logic and understand this as the grid is moving to this more renewable grid. Renewables behave the same whether they're in Birmingham or London. If it's sunny, and it's generally sunny in the middle of the day, so it makes sense that they wouldn't pay 15 pence when the grid is full of renewables anyway. What does make sense is when the grid is under pressure, when everyone else is using energy, you can use your energy assets, your energy potential to export, support the grid, and be paid more. Will you get more than having 15p as a flat rate? Well, that's to be seen. But what is a definite is if you have an energy storage device, or in this case, a Tesla Powerwall 3, then you can make extra income from being part of a VPP. Now, this isn't just limited to Tesla. The Tesla VPP scheme has been around for ages. Places like Texas have had the Tesla VPP scheme for years. I know people out there who just buy Powerwalls, take a government subsidy and just put it on the side of their property. They don't even use it to power their own home. They just game the system and get paid a huge amount of cash. But here in the UK, this is a brand new scheme for Tesla. However, this intelligent flux tariff has been around for a while, and there are other batteries that work on it. You've got Alpha, ESS. So here at Heatable, we're big fans of Alpha. They've recently been approved for the scheme, and you've also got Enphase. So if you have the Enphase battery systems as well, you can also take part in this VPP scheme. So there you have it. There's some information about the Tesla VPP. You now know everything I know about that scheme. over the coming weeks and months, if we find out more or we hear from customers that are enrolled, maybe we can interview one of them, we can see how it's going for them, are they actually making any cash? On that note, if you are someone who is in this scheme, you have a Tesla Powerwall and you're earning from it, then please contact the channel. We would love to have a chat to you. Maybe we can do like a bit of a Teams call or something, anything just to share information with other viewers of the channel. And on that point, if you don't want to miss that video, then you need to check, are you subscribed to the Heatable YouTube channel? Because we do loads of content on energy systems, batteries, solar systems, news updates, stuff like this, where you could earn a lot of money. And if you're not subscribed, you might miss the video. And if you missed the video, then you wouldn't be able to watch me sat here on this table. So subscribe to the channel. If you've liked this video, give it a like. And if you want a quote for a solar system, maybe you want a Powerwall, maybe you want an alpha system or solar panels, head over to the Heatable website and you'll be able to book a free design consultation. See you on the next one.